Ask yourself this: what would it be like if you knew that no matter what happened in the economy, the stock market, or real estate, you and your family would not only survive, but thrive? And that you could not only protect yourself, but actually make a profit from the very environment that causes so many to live in fear. What Tony Robbins teaches in this book is for you to own that fear by understanding it. By understanding it, you will achieve unshakable. So first thing first, what does unshakable mean?
It's a state of mind. It relates to money because most people, when they're trying to figure out how to create financial freedom, create more stress for themselves. And there's no fear in you. Or if there is a little fear, we're all human, you don't stay there. You find a way to break through. You find your center. And when you have that center, you do what's right to be able to take care of yourself and your family.
What Tony suggests in the book is, when you become unshakable, nothing will upset you. We can all get hooked, but you don't stay there. Nothing rattles you for any length of time. You don't allow fear to take you over. While others are afraid, you will have the state of mind to take advantage of the current situations. This state of mind will allow you to become a leader and not of a follower. Tony Robbins goes into great lengths in explaining you why it's important to have financial goals, so that you can ultimately ask this question. Your financial goal should be 20 times your yearly income. So for example, if you're making $100,000 a year, multiply that by 20 and you get 2 million. Now most of us, like me included, don't make $100,000 a year. So how are we going to get there? Tony Robbins suggests us to pay ourselves first, so that we can learn to save and use that money to invest, and ultimately will help us build our freedom fund, the source of a lifetime income that will allow us to never have to work again. When you have saved enough to invest, Tony Robbins suggests you to invest in the stock market, a great place for you to utilize the compound effect.
So the first step is not to wait till you have a huge sum of money, because the illusion is, when I have more money, then I'll invest, then it'll be worthwhile. The most important thing is get started with whatever you have, because if you do that, you get to tap into the power of compounding we all know about, but very few people use. I'll give you an example, a guy named Theodore Johnson. You probably never heard of him. Worked for UPS, never made more than $14,000 in an entire year of his life, and yet when he retired, he had $70 million and he didn't inherit a dime. So how do you do that? A friend of his said, you've got to stop being a consumer and you got to become an owner. You got to become an investor. And he said, I have no money to invest. I make $14,000 a year. And his friend said, no one has the money to invest. But if the government came by and put a 20% tax above what you're paying now, you would scream, you'd yell, and you'd pay it. You'd adjust. I'm going to make you a wealthy man. He took the 20% off the top, never let him see it, put it straight in the investment account. It was worth $70 million, compounding by the time he was in retirement.
So when it comes to investing, Tony Robbins suggests these 4 core principles for you to follow. Core principle number 1, don't lose. Tony says you should not ask yourself, how can I make money? Instead, how can I avoid losing money? The best way to win in the stock market is to make sure you don't lose. The fact is, the more money you lose, the harder it is to get back where you started. Principle number 2, asymmetric risk reward. In the stock market, you have to take big risks to get big returns. But Tony says the best investors don't fall for that trick. Instead, they search for opportunities where the risk is as little as possible to make the best possible returns. Core principle number 3, tax efficiency. Taxes can easily wipe out 30% of our portfolio if we're not careful. What Tony suggests is for us to be tax efficient. And the best way for us to become tax efficient is to be aware of the best investing options to where we get taxed less. Core principle number 4, diversification. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Diverse across asset classes. Diverse within asset classes. Diverse across markets, countries, and currencies around the world. And diverse across time. By owning uncorrelated investments, you can reduce your overall risk by about 80%, and as well as increase the return of your investments by the factor of 5. There is still more great content within this book. I decided to stop here so that I can leave you guys room for you to find out for yourself. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys have learned so far, or what you guys are doing to plan for your financial freedom fund. I'm Mang Lee. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe to my channel for future book reviews, and share this video to someone you know that can use it. I'm Meng Lee, and thanks for watching.